Hi, tea sippers. Take a sip. Stay a while. Whoa, bitch! The day is finally here for Clock the Reality. This is your host, Mark Midwestern Hunny. And yes, that's right. This is a different podcast from Clock the Tea with Dr. Long. This podcast is going to be specifically focused on pop culture, reality TV, of course, and don't forget that shade and that drama, because I live for that. And I know you live for it too. That way, we're going to bring it to you every week, but most importantly, we're going to uncover all the secrets and the rumors and gossip that's happening in the Bravo world, while also adding a little bit of flair from other shows like The Traitors, Drag Race Canada, Drag Race UK versus the world, all things drag, baby. This is Clock the Reali Tea. I'm so excited for my first episode, y'all, of Clock the Reali Tea, but enough of that, enough of my jitteriness, enough of whatever is going on in my head right now, y'all. Okay, so let's really get into the tea, because this has been, like, weird on me. Charisse is being a weirdo, of course, per usual, from the Real Housewives of Potomac. But Miss Charisse Jackson Jordan decided that she wanted to go on the Sherri Show to talk about this whole affair between Ashley and her son. I have so much to say. Please take a listen to girl, what?
Oh.
Now, something happened. She initiated it.
Oh, so Ashley was the
She
one.
had to.
Okay.
She had to.
You think it was like just like storyline that Ashley?
I mean, what woman would do this just for general purposes? We don't do that, Sherri.
Okay, that's what I was
We
like.
don't.
Girl code the son. I was like, we need to get in the car and roll up.
Honey,
That's what I was
honey, my friends were ready to roll up.
like. To roll up, girl.
Charisse, what friends were ready to roll up? Giselle knew about it for 2 whole years and didn't even tell you. Ashley knew about it for 2 whole years. Your son knew about it. Ain't nobody, you just found it out. And we're all just finding out. America's just finding out. Let me just start here. Charisse, I don't understand why we're on the Sherri Show, practically pimping our son out for John Legend tickets to get back on the Bravo show. To get back into the Bravoverse. I don't think that needs to happen. But I will take this time to read Miss Forehead. Miss Forehead Darby, Cracker Barrel, mop asshole. I don't understand what is going on with Miss Darby. Get her off my show, in the words of Vicky. Get her off my show. Pack her up. Now we're sleeping with sons. Now we don't even know where the poom poom lying at this point. Where's the poom poom? Is the poom poom in y'all pocket while y'all listening to this? Because my goodness, I didn't know it was for everybody. I need the Potomac storylines to get tighter, and I need this reunion to give, because Charisse, you're not even on the main cast, baby. We barely hearing from you. But you all in the Sherri Show talking to some Ashley sleeping with my son, girl code. I really don't give a fuck, do you? Because the weird part about it is, it's clearly he's on the show later telling Sherri, I don't kiss and tell, blah, blah, blah. So why are we here, baby? Is the check running out? And if the check's not running out, let's hang it up. Maybe the relevancy is wearing out. Because now we're over here pimping sons up for John Legend tickets, talking about how she don't slept the son. Somebody initiated this. Boom, boom, boom. She's known him since he was a kid. Crack, crack, crack. Key, key, key. Boom, boom, boom. Let's cut it out cut it out. But I think Ashley has a part in this, and I think Charisse has a part of this. And I think it's becoming too much for me to take. I think if we need to get back to the reality of it all, and we need to... If we need to get back to the reality of it all, it needs to be consistent with carrying story and having fresh new conflict. Not some stuff that was washed up from 2 years ago that Ashley decided to scrape on in the hopes to get her friend Charisse back on the show as a friend-child. Which is giving, since that's dried up and stale, I don't want to hear more about it. Take Ashley and the storyline production and go ahead and cancel their check for season 11. Because we're done. I want to hear about Karen. I want to see what messy Giselle is up to, because you know Giselle didn't want no parts of this because it's some weirdo shit. Because she knew that Charisse was going to capitalize on it. She knows her OG sister. She knows what she was about to do. And another thing, Potomac. Let's move away from this whole like off-camera shit, because they tried to do that on Salt Lake City. I don't give a fuck. That's not relevant to the story. let's keep it cute and get Miss Ashley Darby off of my show. Shifting gears, our girlies are back for the season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I think we're on season 18. I don't know, there's so many seasons now I can't even keep up, but our girlies are in the workroom spilling tea and they dropped a little sneak peek. Go ahead and take a listen.
But thank God that I was able to show the judges how good a performer I am. Being in this position is heart-wrenching, but when the please effect comes, this emotion bitch is over. I would like to think the girls are, ooh, she's sickening. I'm scared to go against her. But girl, I don't think I really shook anybody. I have to pull myself up from the bootstraps, undoubtedly, to build myself back up from my bottom placement.
Congratulations to Vita!
To be on the bottom last week and to now be victorious and win this week, I feel good. Vita is quiet, but that bitch is a silent killer. She's holding her cards really close, and she's more than just a design girl. That bitch, she has layers to her.
Bitch, that's all I'm gonna give you for now, but listen, season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race is giving what it needs to give. I think MTV is doing a great job in terms of making sure that we're getting another fabulous season of a lot of great queens from all over the country. I will say, this season compared to the last few seasons, it's okay. You know, obviously I've seen like better drag. You know, we had Sasha Colby win season 15. Obviously Nymphia win we've had. And then last year, honestly, Anya Nerve and Jewel Sparkers was a cute little top 2. I'm looking at this cast and I'm trying to figure out who do I want to stick around. And I will say, based off last week's episode, Vita is great. I love Vita. I love that she's a designer girl. She's really giving it to the girls. But Mia Starr, I'm kind of impressed by. I like her mug, and I like her drag. It's giving like this like, you know, this va-va-voom of it all girl from Florida, mama. That's what it's giving me for her. I don't know where she's from. I will figure it out for a podcast in the future. But like I said before, Miss NeNe Coco, Miss Juicy Dion, I like Mikey Meets Kenya Please. I like the girls here. I miss Darlene, all the girls. Athena better not have won anything from what I'm looking at this outfit. From this white hair to these gloves to what's thrown on here, these earrings, this dark eye. And she looks very thrown together. So I'm trying to figure out why the girls have been living for Athena as much as they have been, but that's just my take. Now, you know, we're going to stay on there. I want to talk a little bit about the premiere of UK versus the World Season 3. Child, just listen to Melinda Verga real quick. It's just, I was really rooting for sis. Good thing she has a good personality.
Our best intentions, the earth to be revealed. No matter where you come from, when you're on from here.
Child, find the note. I honestly stopped watching UK versus the World after that came on. No shade. I just needed a break. The girlies were giving a poom poom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom, bam bam bam, lip sync, off, whatever they were doing with their little original songs. And child, she came on here and tried to do this live singing. Melinda, hang it up. And that's on all the reality I can give you, baby. Please don't do that no more. And she might be talented in where she's from, in Canada, in the streets of Montreal, wherever she's lurking. But I think when it comes to versus the world, this is versus the world. And this isn't, you know, the universe, whatever the fuck that show was. This is an American Idol, Canadian Idol. This is not it. And maybe it was a little Joe. Maybe it was a key. Maybe she thinks she could sing. Find it out, Melinda Verga. Please. Okay, let's get back to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Remember when I made that comment about stuff happening off camera? And then I just need one of the girls to say something about it. And luckily they did at this boring-ass reunion. But Braun winning versus Meredith, I did not have that on my bingo card. It's just not giving. The girls, just listen to this.
This is the problem.
What
You
does she
talk
have
to
to
me
say?
off camera, or you text me to come to your room where there's no cameras, or I see you with your hand over your mouth in the sprinter telling Heather, let's talk privately, or I called you when we weren't
I'm
filming.
live. I know it's getting
I'm
recorded.
talking to Meredith.
She wanted a one-on-one.
I wanted to talk to her one-on-one.
I didn't want it.
That's 100% true. I did. I wanted to get resolution. And every time I tried to in the group, everyone was yelling and screaming, and I couldn't.
That feels convenient
I did
to me.
try.
It feels like you do stuff off
I did
camera
try.
so that when it comes up on camera, you can say, that's not what I said, that's not what happened, and no one can prove it.
And we are tired of it. To quote you, Meredith, if you continue this off-camera shit, you can leave. Because what is going on? Like, I agree with Bronwyn. Stop all this off-camera stuff, girl. This is what you get paid for. You get paid to be in conflict on camera. So Meredith, please cut it out. And Heather, you are not safe. So I will get to you in a minute. But let me stay on Meredith real quick. So this whole story about Meredith going off on a plane and blah, 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 there's no footage. So I do kind of see where Meredith is coming from and where the girlies and where the fans are coming from in terms of we don't have any proof that this happened. Won't. But what I'm not going to do, Meredith, is have that happen. And then all of a sudden we at the reunion saying that Brittany is an anti-Semite. So now everything's discriminatory. I don't like that dark stuff. Another situation that happened off camera. It was like a gotcha moment. Stop with the off camera drama. We want to watch what's happening in front of us. At least, no shade, Monica gave us what was happening in front of us because Reality Von Teese happened prior to filming. Unless there was stuff that was happening while the girls were on the show. That I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But at least that stuff was done. And over with. Bring Monica back. I'm tired of this off-camera stuff. This is getting weird. This is what I was talking about earlier when it came to the girls. I don't care nothing about that y'all was talking about, Sharice and Ashley. I don't care nothing about what y'all talking about right now, to be honest, Bronwyn. Keep it on the camera. Now. Baby, I hope y'all filled y'all cup back up. The streets are still talking, obviously, in the Bravoverse. They stay talking. But most importantly, they're talking about Porsha versus Vicky. Apparently, Porsha unfollowed Vicky because Vicky is doing what she does, starting drama with all the black girls on the trip. We already know that's happening. But besides that point, I am so geeked and excited about Ultimate Girls Trip. Kempire was spilling tea. The internet was spilling tea. NeNe is hosting the Atlanta one. It seems like the girls are in Atlanta for a while. I'm seeing a lot of girlies making an appearance. And I believe Andy Cohen said at BravoCon that there is going to be at least 60 cast members or 60 housewives appearing on the show besides the main cast. That's tea. I like that. I like a celebratory moment. We need that in this year, especially with everything that's happening in the country. But let's stay focused. So, Vicky, what did you say to Porsha? Did you call her the wrong name? And then be like, oh, you know who I meant, or you know what I meant. Porsha peeped that and was like, listen, I've been delivered and I don't do that homophobic, blah, 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 conservative stuff no more, girl. You about to stop with me and this MAGA stuff. And I think that's how it set it off. I think Porsha's not playing with Vicky. I think Vicky feels entitled because her show's been around for years. She's an OG for real. You know, some of these girls are like, damn, like, Vicky, you couldn't be my mama's age. No shade. But it's giving, like, obviously, you know, there's going to be a little bit of tiff there. Porsha has a big personality. We just saw her handle Michael Rappaport, obviously, because he was in the castle clowning. But we will get there in just a moment. Let's go ahead and stick to this. Porsha is on there along with Kyle Richards, Teresa. Y'all. Lisa Barlow is on Ultimate Girls Trip. I almost need to give a moment of silence because, like, I am not... As much as I don't like Barlow, I just know this is going to throw a wrench in something. I know the drama is going to be hot. I don't know how pretentious she's going to be. Giselle's already very particular, so the girls better not mess up her rooms or anything like that because she's going to get you together. And she will be at the Four Seasons. Trust and believe that. Now, why did they throw in Teresa and Kyle? How does Kyle match this cast? Don't worry, I'll wait. Bitch, I would have rather seen Dorito. But that's neither here nor there. I think they tried to do this whole full OG thing, but, you know, Kenya threw shade because she found out Porsha was on the show. Kenya, you're not an OG either. Be quiet. Shut up. You weren't asked back because you tried to do that revenge porn. Kenya is just hating. But I will say I do miss Kenya on our screens, and I don't, obviously I don't agree with the action she pulled, but let's go ahead and just focus on what we got right now. Ultimate Girls Trip is going to be a key. Candace was talking about it on her podcast. It is going to be the creme de la creme of drag. Ooh, my bad. No shade, ladies. The creme de la creme of housewife. My bad. I'm not trying to call y'all drag queens. I'm just... Yeah, but it's going to be very good. I'm so excited. I'm so sad. Hopefully this is going to be something that we can stream on Peacock and miss the commercials. But you know how Andy and his team like to do. I'm ready to get into that Traitors tea. But as we get into that, please listen to Mr. Conniving Colton ass.
So I'm going to shoot you straight to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going around tonight.
I am too.
Here's what I'll tell you. I want to win this thing with you.
Okay.
I will protect you at the round table. You protect me at the turn. I know you can't say.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm faithful. I'm faithful.
Some things are adding up for me.
What? Like what?
The Porsche vote.
And what else?
I'm trying to make it seem. I'm just telling you, like, where my mind's at, so I can, like, talk this through with you.
Okay. You're barking up the wrong tree.
I'm trying to make.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Okay.
Because I think it's you.
You do.
Yeah, I do. So you're being real good. You know what? You're being real good.
Bitch, when I tell you I gagged at Rinna, when she completely knew that he was trying to gaslight and manipulate her into saying that she's a traitor, and she pulled that, hold on, mister, I think it's you, baby. You over here trying to do all these games with me. Let me remind you who I am. I'm Lisa fucking Rinna, and don't you ever try to play with me. I think that's what she's giving. And I'm loving her gameplay on the show. Rinna has returned to our screens. I am telling you, she is shutting it down as a traitor. One of the best I've seen. Her and Candy girl, Candy, sticking up for black women like you do. Girl, the way she had Tiffany's back when Colton tried to play on Tiffany. Let me show y'all this. Mr. Conniving Colton does not miss a beat when it comes to the black woman on the show, or when it comes to him just trying to act a fool against these women and just try to play the game like a damn traitor. Listen to Colton.
I think you're playing a brilliant game. You're the most dangerous, and you're the puppet master.
No, I'm the smartest. I'm definitely smarter than you.
The smartest traitor, so you admit it?
I am smarter than you.
Okay.
Period.
Well, I'm not the...
I had to pause. And then he had the audacity. He had the audacity to keep questioning her. Like he's producer, baby. Listen to this.
Well, I'm not the only one who thinks your name, so I'll let some others
write
speak.
it.
Great. Do you have 2 F's in your name or just 1?
Tiffany, like the company.
Well, I'm not smart, so I have to ask.
Well, you got it now.
You most certainly do have it now, Mr. Colton. I love the Traitors. Because it also brings out, like, that inner evil that these people have. And it depends on what your position is in the castle, because if you're a faithful, the ultimate goal is to win the money and get the traitors out. And if you're a traitor, your ultimate goal is to make sure you get all the faithfuls out one by one, so when you get to the end, you can steal the bag. And I'm telling you right now, if these traitors don't position themselves to get to that last spot with Colton just to kill his ass, baby, what are we watching the Traitors for? I love it. I love how it brings out this weird competitive nature in some people who are already a part of reality TV, but also people who are just coming in, not knowing anyone in the castle, not knowing where these people, where they're coming from, their shows, their perspective shows or whatever. But I'm telling you, it's being shut down. The girls are really trying to get the girls out of competition. And Mr. Ron, woo! They been wanting you out. Candy Girl was like, nah, Ron, it's enough for me on you. And I know you're not a traitor because I'm a traitor. Obviously, she can't tell him, but she's like, I'm going to keep my eyes on you and get you out of here, baby. It's just too much mess. And I live for that. Play the game, play the game, play the game. I like the round table because it's more drama compared to all like the challenges and like the Survivor-esque stuff. I don't like all that. I usually leave and go fill my wine, go to the bathroom, check the laundry while my husband's watching that part. But I'm telling y'all, like, The Traitors is going to get renewed, and I want to give who I think would be a great Traitors cast. Now listen to this. Anyway, bitch, get into my list. So the list for the Traitors that I came up with would be, drumroll, I guess. I would bring back Wes from the challenge, and I think he was also on House of Villains. And then throw in Lisa Barlow, Bose St. Jones, or whatever her name is, from Beverly Hills, NeNe Leakes, Anya Nerve, the twins from Project Runway, and VJ from Project Runway, baby. Nancy Pelosi, Omarosa, Yandy Smith, Natalie Nunn, Bruno Tonioli, and Derek Hove. And then I would throw in a few more people from Big Brother, Little Sister, Survivor, whatever the show's called, and just go ahead and cast, baby. Now that would send us into Obliteriana. I would also go ahead and throw in Tiffany Pollard, because we need a season of the Traitors to really give to the point where it's like, damn, everybody watches this show. And I think with the cast I just came up with, baby, y'all better hire me on production. I'm ready to go to Ireland or Scotland, wherever the hell y'all went to. Speaking of Tiffany Pollard, guess who's back? Here's a little tidbit. This might give you a little hint.
Didn't you want to be cremated? They're here to out-scheme, out-annoy.
I should have known better than to trust a low-budget Drake impersonator.
And out-eye-roll each other for $200,000 and the title of America's greatest supervillain.
Yeah, y'all. House of Villains is coming back, and I think it's coming to Peacock, and it's going to be also, they're going to re-air it on Bravo or E or whatever, but y'all, the show is back in New York. I think this is her show, and they might as well just go ahead and have her be on production. I also hope that Monica is back narrating, because that would be some cute tea. But also, on this cast, we got, well, the host is back, what's his name? Joe McHale's back, and then we have, who else we got on this show? Plain Jane from Drag Race. We also have Kate Chastain, Tom Sandoval. Yo, I'm seated, especially when I saw Jackie Christie on there and Jarita. It's over with. I hope Plain Jane tears that castle up. I hope he tears that castle up, baby. It's gonna be so good. And I like to carry on that show because I feel like they show their personality. I remember when Candy was on, Candy Muse, and then also last season, how the girls just don't give a fuck and they just be going at each other. That's the type of reality TV I want to see. It's a combination of Big Brother. It's a combination of like Real World with like game show. It's giving. And I think we're really going to be seated for this. I think the House of Villains is kind of keeping up with the Traitors, but it's like kind of one of those one-off cutesy, like, oh, like watch it if you're bored type ass show. You know? And I think that's what the House of Villain gives me. Especially that one time when Tiffany Pollard read the hell out of Omarosa. Take a listen.
You just said in front of all these people that you did not want my vote.
Since I already said that, Omarosa, may I also say that I find you to be a sucking, guzzling Republican.
Oh, yo!
And I sleep better at night knowing that you're not in the White House.
Wow.
And
can we talk about the read that put the House of Villains on the map, baby, to get renewed? That's why Tiffany Pollard is coming back every season. That's her show. And I'm seated and I can't wait to see the carrying on. Alright, I'm going to keep the tea going. Let's get into some more. So, we talked a little bit about Salt Lake City earlier, but I'm not done talking about the girls. Let's hear about this.
In today's Spotlight, keeping it real on the Hill. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Angie Casanevis, known as Angie K, testifying on Capitol Hill. Reality star speaking before the House Small Business Committee hearing on franchising as a path to entrepreneurship for everyday Americans. And she joins me now from Capitol Hill. Listen, Angie K, it is a pleasure. And look, we know you don't do French fries, you do franchise. But I'm curious, how did lawmakers react to your testimony today?
Well, let me just say I had no idea that Congress had such a great sense of humor. I also had no idea that Congress was such fans of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and of Angie K.
Bitch! She is so funny to me. The fact that was the first thing she said sends me. You know what? And I live because it's just the epitome of the personality that we see on TV. But most importantly, it shows that like How are Bravo Lebs, like, exist in the world and to be speaking to Congress and testifying? Go ahead, girl, and get on your gig. Because you don't do French fries. We very much so know that. You do French fries. Yes, you do. We know that. But I just thought that was just some cute tea. She was there talking to Congress and giving her little spiel about the moment she had with Lisa Barlow. While also looking fly in this interview, Angie K, go ahead and represent for Salt Lake City. Because some of these other girls honestly could never. And you know who I'm talking about. Let's keep going when it comes to Salt Lake City. What was that reunion? What was that reunion? What were we watching, girl? What had happened? Why did Brahman get the first chair? We just found out that she announced her split from Todd. Whatever. Ha ha ha. Boom boom boom. I hope things work out with Brahman. I really do. But girl. Anyway, Heather. I need to save Heather for last. Because I have to read you completely down. Miss Gay, stick to writing books and scripts. Okay? Stick to writing books and scripts and running the beauty lab. Go ahead, Bravo, and give her own little spinoff with the beauty lab. I need her off this show. Heather is a flip-flopper. As much as I didn't really agree with the whole... I'm not picking sides. They all on some weird shit with Meredith. And Meredith is on weird shit, too. But Heather, what is going on here with this energy? This flip-flop ass energy, bitch. What is this? And the hypocritical energy. Everything that she brings is just hypocrisy after hypocrisy. What she says, and then what she accuses the other girls of doing. And then these threats. I'm coming for y'all. Girl, okay. Do it, Heather. Do it, Heather. You probably gonna lie about it anyway. With your black ass eye. Just lying. So I either need some accountability for Heather next season. I need Whitney's weird ass to stop talking so much at the reunions, because her voice just is like chalk on the chalkboard, baby. I just cannot. But what I will say is that Brittany needs to be upgraded with a snowflake. Monica needs to come back. Keep Bronwyn. I want to see what happens with her livelihood. Angie K is that girl. We see her testifying in Congress. Lisa Barlow, as much as I'm not a huge fan, she's needed for the show. Meredith, you made it with the hair of your chin, baby. And Miss Heather and Whitney, I think y'all need to be at risk for losing y'all damn snowflake. It's about time. Batweather has to go. Bring us some new girls. I need more drama. I'm sick of this back and forth. What happened between this season, last season? Y'all used to do this. Room, new thing, new vibe, blah, blah, blah. You're terrible. You blah, blah. Accountability, this. Cut it out. You all know Meredith don't play with y'all, and she about to sit up in that reunion and clock all y'all ass. And you see she over here calling Brittany an anti-Semite. I don't know how far these girls like to go. It seems like the Salt Lake City girls like to go in the gutter. Kind of like the Mormon wives. But, I don't know. Switch it up for next season. I need to see something else. Salt Lake City. This is not what it's giving me. This is not what it's giving me with that boring ass reunion. And if you've noticed, every reunion in Salt Lake has been pretty boring. We basically just want to sit around and see what the girls have to say, given the season, versus like when I watch another reunion, I'm watching to see them resolve. For Salt Lake City, it's like, I just want to see what these girls have to give. And they give, but to what expense? Y'all basically doing y'all big one when the cameras are around during the season, but when it comes to this reunion, y'all don't know how to pick up the sticks. That's all I'm going to say. And Andy and Bravo, y'all can use any of this and think about it and go back to y'all teams and have a conversation, because no, ma'am. No, and Heather can go. Last but not least, we're going to wrap up that drag reality, baby. And I think there's an announcement coming from up north. Let's get into it.
The winner of Canada's Drag Race Season 6 is... next drag superstar. What the
bitch, as annoying as she was, congratulations, it was well deserved. She took that Canadian crown and she took it like a champ too. She had 4 wins compared to the rest of the girls. Basically within the whole, I think, for like series, within the whole Canada Drag Race series, she's the only queen that won 4 times and was in the top, consistently doing her thing. Muggiana down. I would say this season of Canada's Drag Race was one of my favorites. I would say the drag wasn't superb the way I wanted it to be, but you know, that's what happens when we have a low budget show. I really hope that they renew it again for the next season, because I think next season's also gonna give. I also think if we start to mix in some of these Canadian girls with some of the other shows, it will be great. I want to see like more like versus the worlds and more of that. I think more all-star stuff that would really give. Van Gogh, designer, talented, outspoken, opinionated, unbothered by the other girls. It was well deserved. This was her season to win. She snatched that crown. She'll forever be the Candy Muse Gottmik fusion of Canada. And she really ate that down. Thank y'all so much for listening to my first Clock the Reali Tea, baby, with Mark Midwestern Hunny. You know I bring it to you fresh every single time, but this time I'm bringing it to you no chaser and no filter. And I'm going to bring it to you like that, I think, every time, right? Because you know I want to dig into the realness of it all and give you the reality of it all. Real quick before I go, I know I said it was done. Bye, Gretchen. Bye, transphobic, homophobic ass, bigoted ass Gretchen. Bye, bitch. Bye. Okay, now y'all can carry on.